Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and people of the internet. Welcome to another episode of Disney Heroes here on Pez of the Mind. I am, as always, your lovable co-creator, James Phoenix. Joining me is, of course, our other co-creator, Chris the Mole.
Hello.
And our cast members, the best one, Richter Hammer.
What's that?
And Marcus Shadow.
What's that?
Oh, so that's funnier if you had and the other one, and then whoever it ends up being.
Fair enough.
Richter, the best one. The other person is always the other one.
Well, if Richter's the best one, they're the other one by default. It's inferred.
Yes, but it's funnier to say it.
Fair enough.
Because by saying he's Richter Hammer, it's inferred he's the best one.
True. This is true. You are not wrong.
Do 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 do.
Okay then.
Isn't that what all Disney productions start with? They start with that, with the Disney logo.
Yes, but they start with it on key. Anyway.
Wow.
Well, anyways, yeah, this is episode 4 of Disney Heroes. So we're going to go ahead and jump on into this and see where we go. Enjoy.
Woo!
All right. We open on the Mouseketeer team's medical bay, where we see Jeff Chen walking around and working on his rehabilitation for the leg injury he suffered during the battle against Clayton and Shere Khan. He's accompanied by the current physician, Dr. J.
Seems to be healing up rather nicely, Doc. Good work.
Good, good. I'm glad you're getting better. And just remember the stuff that I taught you, and you'll do great. That leg should hold up.
Excellent. Excellent.
As they continue working, David Keith arrives to check on his compatriot.
Knock, knock. Hey, how's the leg healing?
Coming along rather nicely, actually.
Good, good. Yeah, I know it wasn't like super serious, but we were definitely worried, especially with what happened last week.
Yeah, about that. Why didn't you knock the trap thing aside? You kind of saw it coming at me.
I don't really think I could have seen it, but I mean, if I don't know why you'd think I could, but sorry. I mean, I'm still relatively inexperienced at fighting.
We're all relatively inexperienced. That's still no excuse for, not watching each other's backs.
Noah Johnson enters the room and hears the discussion. Hey, what's going on, guys? Everything okay? How's the leg healing up?
And you, what the hell took you so long to transform?
I was a little distracted being knocked into stuff and inadvertently causing a fire that I kind of had to go put out.
Yes, and you're the team leader and team mentor. By default, you're the one that should not be distracted.
It's okay, man. I mean, but you're getting better, so I maybe bygones be bygones. Sorry if we, weren't as helpful as we should have been, but I don't think we were as negligent as you're making it seem.
Yeah, if we were negligent toward anyone, it's Jacob. He took a direct gunshot from a rifle.
I still feel bad about that.
Yes, he did, and you're both to blame for that, too.
David looks nervously at the ground. Yes, I know, okay? I'm sorry.
I don't even know what I'm doing here. Jeff picks up his cane that he was using up until this point, looks down at it for a second, and then wheels around, tossing it at David's chest.
David starts to look up as the cane flies at him. It hits him in the chest, and he stumbles back a step. Whoa, whoa, dude, calm down.
Whoa, hold on, whoa. Easy. No, there's no need for that. I mean, I understand you're upset, but we can, we can work through this. I mean, we've all had, had to sacrifice for this going forward. You have no idea the kind of stuff we were dealing with before I recruited you guys in here.
Jeff looks down at his watch and then reaches over and twists it to the first position. I think I'm done here. Jeff slams the watch as a light envelops him, revealing a King Triton form, complete with trident.
That's not good. We may be in for a fight, David. I don't know what the hell's going on with him, but this is not normal.
I know it's what here. Let me just try something. David reaches down and picks up the cane and slowly walks over to Jeff, now in the form of King Triton. It's okay, man. Here's the cane back. No hard feelings. It's fine. I understand you're angry. Just detransform. It's fine. We don't have to do this. Nobody wants to fight here.
Jeff spins around and raises the trident, bringing it straight down on the cane, snapping it in half. Then holds the cane level and stops it at David's chest, letting fly with a bolt of lightning from the trident.
David gets hit with the lightning and flies back to the other side of the room and rolls on the floor. Oh,
David, what the? Are you all right?
Yeah, it's fine. I'm fine. Oh, wow, that really stings. David stumbles around while trying to get back to his feet.
Jeff looks over at Noah. Now, it's your turn.
You don't have to do this. Whenever you're going through, if you want to leave the program, there's no obligation to stay. You can leave, but there's no reason to be attacking everybody.
Jeff runs at Noah and strikes forward with his trident, pinning Noah's neck between two of the prongs, pushing him all the way to the wall and pinning him against the wall.
Okay, seriously. I don't know what's wrong. We can talk through this. I promise you we can.
David gets to his feet and runs over and grabs Jeff's arm. Dude, stop!
Jeff backhands David across the face and then turns to look back at Noah. The time for talking is over. He then raises his leg and knees Noah promptly in the nuts. He then pulls the trident back and lets Noah slump to the ground as he stands there.
David runs over to Noah's side and crouches down and then looks at Jeff. Okay, man, you really have to stop. There's no need for this, okay? Do you feel better now? There, I'm sorry that we weren't able to help you. I'm sorry that we didn't do well enough and that stuff happened, whether it was in our control or not. Just calm down, okay, man? This is not cool anymore. You can't just go hitting us. I understand you're really angry, but this is not the way to deal with this.
Jeff looks from David to Noah and back to David. You two are so pathetic. It's no wonder Jacob and I got injured. Jeff raises the trident skyward as lightning begins to coalesce across the three prongs. There is no way that you, as you are now, will be able to handle the things that we face, the things that are to come. It's time we end this now, because there's no reason for you to continue to exist. Jeff prepares to level the trident to launch the killing blow.
Please, Jeff, don't do this.
If you can't stop me, what hope do you have against them? Jeff lets loose with a giant thunderbolt from the three prongs of the trident aimed directly at his two friends.
David twists the watch and slams down on it. He jumps in front and begins to take the form of a large blue shield with a face on it. The lightning hits it and is stopped in its tracks. He then transforms back into a form reminiscent of the genie from the Aladdin TV series. Whoa! Shocking attack, buddy. But we can't be doing that. No.
Jeff smirks. You're going to stop me with a prankster.
Well, sure, why not? I mean, laughter's the best medicine, right? Heal you right up, right? He then reaches up and honks his nose, as it is now a clown's nose.
Once again, this is why we get injured. Jeff tries to stab at the genie.
The genie transforms into the form of a snake with the genie's face and begins to move around. Nope. It's going to be hard to hit me.
Wind begins to pick up in the room as it swirls around Jeff, knocking things over, lifting things into the air. The room begins to shake, not being able to hold the pressure. All right, rubber boy. Jeff launches himself at the genie with the full force of wind behind him.
Oh boy. He crashes into David, who then goes flying and spiraling through the air and lands on the floor in a coiled pile. Well, that blew. He then transforms back into a more humanoid form.
Jeff calmly walks up to him and points the trident right at his neck. Are you done?
Well, I mean, no, I'm David, but if you mean if I'm done in this fight, well, he then transforms into a rug underneath Jeff's feet and then pulls himself up, trying to knock him to the floor.
What the? Jeff falls back, the trident goes flying behind him and sticks into the opposite wall as he hits the ground hard. Ow! Oh.
David transforms back into a more humanoid shape. See, man, I didn't want to have to pull the rug out from under you, but you're not leaving me a whole lot of choice here. So, friends again? He gives a big goofy grin.
Oh, Jeff begins to stir, but he's still rather knocked out of it from the bump to the head.
Noah manages to pull himself to his feet, finally recovering from the low blow. That was cheap. David, help me get him over into that medical bed. We can restrain him.
Sure, no problem. David transforms into a blue bulldozer-looking thing with a face on it and starts to push him toward the bed.
As they roll Jeff onto the bed, Noah manipulates some controls and activates restraints that hold him to the bed at his wrists, ankles, and waist.
What? Hey!
Sorry, it's for your own good and the good of everyone else around here. Until we figure out what's gotten into you. Oh, it hurt.
Yeah, you just lie down here, Jeff, and it'll all be good. Don't worry. I'm going to remove the bedpan just in case you want to hit someone with it, because that's not cool. It's not what you do to your boss, man.
Jeff struggles against the restraints as lightning flies from his fingertips in a myriad of directions because, well, his arms are restrained. He can't really control it.
Hey, boss man, is it possible to turn off his watch while he's restrained? Because this might not hold him for very long.
Already working on it. Noah's at another computer terminal, and after a moment, Jeff's watch deactivates against his will, reverting him to his regular form. The main computers do have the ability to shut these down. Obviously, we would not put in a back door. Good thing we did. I was really hoping something like this wouldn't happen, but prepared for all alternatives, I suppose.
Jeff falls unconscious as the nature of the injury catches up with him now in his de-transformed state.
Are you okay, David?
David hits the watch and transforms back into his normal human state. Yeah, I'm fine. He stares at the watch. No, I'm fine. Probably better off than you are. How you holding up, man?
I'm okay. I've been better, but I'll survive. I was quick thinking with the genie there. Very versatile.
Yeah, well, even if he was trying to kill us, I don't really have that animosity, so I didn't want to kill him. And I figure if anyone could help disarm him, it'd be the genie. He then stares again at the watch, even though, never mind.
Yeah, some of the forms affect the host more than others. At any rate, we should probably get back to the main room. I need to do some research and find out what the hell's going on, because I can understand he's upset, but I don't know. That just seems really strange to me.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, like you said, I could understand being mad, but it feels weird that he would be this mad when he's almost fully healed.
Yeah,
I would think,
yeah, you would think it would have been after the injury. Yeah, that's.
I know. So I think you're right. There's something more here than we know what's going on.
All right, let's get to work, and those restraints should hold him. And as long as he's strapped to the table, he shouldn't be able to activate the watch. So he should be okay for now.
Okay, good. Oh man, we should probably sedate him or something.
He looks pretty unconscious to me already. I think the injuries caught up with him from that little skirmish.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
The medical staff will look after him. If he needs sedation, they'll take care of it.
That's true. We'll leave it to the professionals.
Yeah, I got this.
Thanks, Doc. Come on, David. Noah, limping minorly, heads out of the room, followed by David as they head back toward the main headquarters to attempt to figure out what happened to their comrade.
Dr. J walks over towards the unconscious Jeff and injects him with something to wake him up. You've made a right mess of things now. Your friends, they're in there now discussing possibly killing you. It's okay, he says as he activates the controls, releasing the restraints and turning the watch back on. Run away. I won't let him harm you. Get out of here.
All right. Jeff rolls off the table and limps away.
After Jeff leaves, Dr. J activates something, a puff of smoke changes his form.
Well, I suppose I can give Jafar credit. That little transformation spell worked. Excellent. This ought to be entertaining. We cut from the med bay back over to the main headquarters. As we arrive, we see that Noah has generally recovered from the fight, as has David, and they are currently working on researching any abnormalities in their friends' medical charts and readings within the room when the skirmish occurred to try to figure out if anything sticks out as out of the ordinary. I don't know, David. I mean, I don't see anything particularly strange. I mean, everything in the room seems normal, and I don't see anything, at least in the basic vitals or anything, to show why he would suddenly have a spike in rage like that.
Huh. Well, I'm sure you would know better than me, but this isn't like a side effect of the watches, is it?
No, we ran extensive testing on the watches on some of us here before ever bringing in any outsiders, and there were security precautions in place just in case of this, and we didn't see any. I mean, it's possible we missed something, but we didn't see anything in the preliminary testing, so I don't think it's that. I mean, if the watches tap into light magic causing rage would be highly unusual.
True. David cocks his head to the side while thinking. But I'm not sure what would cause that. Maybe it's a side effect of one of the medicines he has to take? I'm not sure.
I don't know. So suddenly an alert starts going off on one of the computers. David, remind me to fix it. Remind me to fix that alarm. It sounds like a seal. I don't know why. Anyway, let's see.
Maybe it means the seal has been broken. Maybe it's like evil magic. This
It's
would be a
possible.
really bad time for it to happen. So I wouldn't put it past them to do that.
Noah checks the monitors. Oh crap. Well, almost. Jeff's escaped.
Wait, what? How?
That's what I would like to know. I'm gonna have to review security footage from that. But right now we have to get him back. If he's out there on the loose in that state, most likely with his watch, since I don't see it there, this might not end well if we don't go out there and do something. Hang on a minute.
Okay.
Noah grabs a portable device from nearby one of the computers. He plugs it into the computer, presses some buttons, and then unplugs it again. All right, I've programmed this tracker to track the signal from Jeff's watch. We should be able to find him relatively quickly. He shouldn't have had enough time to escape the park, so we're within familiar confines at least.
Okay, sounds good. We definitely don't want him getting out.
The two head out and begin following the signal, looking for their lost compatriot.
Jeff is stumbling through the underground tunnels beneath the park with his one hand against the wall, his head still throbbing from being knocked out. Oh, what the hell is going on?
Noah and David come walking through the tunnels, following the tracer. The indicator growing louder as they grow closer to the location of Jeff's watch.
Okay, he should be nearby here. We should prepare for a fight again, unfortunately.
You're probably right. As much as I hate to use these against a Musketeer brother, we don't have a choice. Suit up.
All right. David pushes down his watch and is once again covered in the blue form of the genie.
All right, let's see here. Triton. All right, that's a good idea. Noah pops his watch, twists it, and presses it down, receiving the familiar form of a Tron suit. Computers run on electricity. This should, if he tries to use some of that energy, it'll hopefully conduct a little bit of it off, mitigate some of the damage.
David looks down at the device that's tracking him. Oh my god, is he moving through the air ducts? Game over, man.
He's moving through the underground tunnels. The air ducts will be a little too tight for any of us. That's really cliche.
Sorry, man. Sometimes I just can't resist.
Fair enough. They continue traveling down the tunnel they're following until they hear a light moaning sound coming from up ahead.
Someone had a bit too much to drink at Club 37.
Jeff emerges from the tunnel and stops, staring at a large water park. Okay, I made it out. Now I gotta get out of the park. Jeff shakes the cobwebs free and begins to trot forward, regaining his composure.
He should be around here somewhere.
Yeah, we're getting closer.
Dear voice, could you moan a little louder so we can find you? There is no response, and he looks down. Worth a shot.
Yeah, it's worth giving it a try.
Do we have a map down here? Because I don't really want to get lost.
Oh, don't worry. I know this entire park like the back of my hand. We shouldn't have to worry about that.
David looks around to make sure there's no low-lying beams for Noah to hit his head on. Okay, Chief.
To continue, they exit out of the tunnel near one of the water parks stationed near the resort area of Walt Disney World. He's over here near the resort somehow. Given where headquarters is, he got farther away than I expected him to. We've got to catch him before he gets outside the barriers of the park. After that, well, it'll be harder to track him.
That's true. Hey, man, at least he's not Dash, because he would have just been gone, and we would have really failed, and that would have been really bad. I don't know if they can fire a genie, but I don't want to find out either.
That's a good point. Especially my being in charge of this whole project, I'd be the one on the line. Ugh.
Hey, that's a good idea. If he turns into Triton again, maybe we can fish him with a line. David makes a mimicking motion of using a fishing pole. Right? Right. No? Okay.
Jeff sits down next to one of the water areas, grabs some water and splashes some on his face, trying to shake the last of the cobwebs out. Oh, I'm never going to make it like this.
As David and Noah continue following the signal, they spot Jeff a short distance away. He seems to still be weakened.
David loudly exclaims, "There he is! I found him, boss!"
Thank you, Jeff. Look, I still don't know what's going on, but I know that whatever this is, it isn't you. Come back to the base so that we can figure out what's going on. We're your teammates. We're your friends. You know, if you want to leave the program, fine, but don't do it this way.
Jeff spins around and stands up on the seating area around the water park. Friends? We just met a few weeks ago. I hardly think that constitutes friendship.
That's okay. Everyone's got to start somewhere, right? Right? David walks over to him and tries to put his hand on him. Come on, buddy. We're all friends. We can go back. And if you don't think we're big friends, that's okay. We will be. He gives another giant grin.
Jeff swats his hand away as he rotates the watch and slams it down, transforming once again into Triton. No. If you were my friends, why do you want to kill me?
I don't really want to kill you. I don't even really want to hurt you, but you're really not giving me much of a choice.
Yeah, what make you think we'd want to kill you? We would never kill a compatriot. We might dismiss him from the program or whatever, but we would never kill. That goes against all that the light magic stands for. Now, if we were to kill, I don't even know if these watches would still work.
Well, Dr. J said you wanted to kill me. That's why he released me.
The doctor? What's he got to do with all this?
I don't know, but that sounds like malpractice to me.
No kidding.
Jeff, buddy, we're not trying to kill anybody. Just maybe evil Disney people. It's okay. You're fine. We're all on the same side.
Right. That's why you came out already in combat mode. Jeff jumps into the water park as his legs fuse together to become a merman.
We came out like this because the last time we tried to talk you down, you almost killed us.
Water begins to bubble and then rise as a column of water erupts from the center, with Jeff sitting on top of it holding the trident. And this time, I will not fail.
Before when I was saying that it was good he wasn't Dash, now he's in water and he's Triton. Can I change that statement to say, oh crap, we're screwed?
Feel free, because that's about right.
All right. Retcon. I totally said that.
We've got to shut him down and get him back to the base somehow to find out what happened. If the doctor, it must be something Dr. J did to him. That's the only explanation. He's the one that's been in there caring for him. It must be something we missed on the readings or something.
Or maybe they were like fake readings? Maybe he took like old ones and then started messing with his head and trying to make him evil and then just threw up the old ones? I don't know.
You're right. He could have falsified the data. I didn't even think of that. God, I'm so naive.
Oh, they are going to so revoke his license.
You're telling me. But right now we better focus on the task at hand. We got to shut him down.
No problem. All right, Jeff. I didn't want to have to do this. David takes a defiant pose and points at him. But you leave me no choice. Time to face the wrath of a submarine. David then jumps into the water and transforms into a submarine with a face on it. Hey, you can't get me with your water column when I'm inside the water.
Jeff looks down. You do realize I wield a lightning trident. Jeff jumps into the air, points a trident down at the water, and electrifies the entire pool.
David goes flying out and transforms back into a humanoid shape and lands on the ground. He appears slightly charred with smoke coming off of him. When he opens up to speak, smoke comes out of his mouth. That wasn't one of my better ideas.
Yes, unfortunately, electricity and water, two things that shouldn't mix, but in this case, they do in his favor.
I know, I thought I was a rubber submarine. Who would have known? He then kips up onto his feet.
Jeff bobs in the water, looking at the two. Come on. As the Blue Wonder over there said, I'm in water. You can't win.
All right. We have to get that trident out of his hand. That's the source of Triton's power in any form, both in the film and here. If we knock the trident away, well, there's not going to be much he can do unless he gets within physical range. Obviously, his muscles are still intimidating. But we gotta get that trident. That's the key.
I have an idea. Stand back, amateurs. He then stares up at Jeff again. All right, Triton. Bet you can't hit this. He then transforms into a giant bullseye with a face on it. He then sticks out his tongue.
Jeff blinks. Really? He reaches down into the water with his free hand as the water begins to swirl. After about 30 seconds, he raises his hand into the air with a ball of water in it. Do you really want to take me up on that bet?
Sure, I was, thinking not the water, but because that's like cheating. I mean, you could just make it cover the entire area. That wouldn't be very sporting.
Who said anything about cheating? Jeff cocks back and lets fly with a pressurized ball of water right at the bullseye.
David quickly transforms back into his teammate form and hits the deck as the water flies overhead and destroys a section of the floor behind him. Oh.
Whoa.
I'm batting 1,000 here. Maybe third time's the charm?
I've got an idea.
Okay, I am definitely listening. He then caricaturely makes his ear rather large.
We've got to get close enough to knock that trident out of his hand. Can you turn into a surfboard?
Can I? Yes, I can. David then transforms into a blue surfboard with a face on it.
Noah picks him up and then runs over to the side of the pool, jumping in and using the genie surfboard to maneuver along the water that's bubbling and whooshing around at Triton's command.
Whee!
All right. Noah reaches behind him and pulls out his Tron battle rings. I don't remember what they're called. All right. If we could just knock the trident out of his hand, we might have a shot. But he's not going to let it go easily. Let's see if I can distract him first.
Before they can do anything, Jeff ducks under the water.
Oh crap! Where'd he go?
I don't know. Maybe we can get him to electrocute the water while he's in it.
It's Triton. He does that regularly. It wouldn't affect him. Yes, the wielder of the Triton is immune to their own power. It's my understanding. It's a thing with gods.
When we get close, why don't you kick him where he was injured in the leg? I'm sure he won't find it funny, but I will.
I would, except you haven't noticed he doesn't have legs right now.
And kick his tail around where he was stabbed.
That might work. We have to get him up enough out of the water for me to hit him.
The water begins to bubble right under David, and then it erupts into a column of water, and then the water dissipates, showing Triton in the air with them. Hi there. He then spins around and tries to hit Tron Boy with his trident, not realizing he just did exactly what they wanted him to do and got in close.
Nice try. Noah dodges to the side, throwing his two rings. The first one hits Triton in the fin, on the side that would be Jeff's injured leg if he were in human form.
Trident flies Jeff flies out of the pool, lands on the ground as his tail reverts back to legs. The trident going flying, clattering on the ground. That was dirty.
I was going to knock the trident out of his hand with the other ring, but that was more effective than I thought.
It's okay, I got this, boss. David jumps forward and turns into what resembles some kind of cage and goes over the trident.
Noel promptly falls into the pool.
Ah!
That didn't work better than I thought it would.
No, it's services. I better let that one go. Good work. Noah pulls himself out of the pool. He grabs his watch. Noah Johnson headquarters. Disable Chad's watch until I give orders otherwise. The trident laying on the ground. Well, there's a beeping from Jeff's watch as it deactivates. Jeff, are you all right? He goes to check on his friend. As Jeff's transformation fades, the trident disappears as well, allowing Genie to resume normal form.
David then stands up and deactivates his watch. He then holds his head as if he has a headache and walks over to the other two. Hopefully this time it'll stick.
I hope so.
Are we gonna have to like bring him all the way back? Maybe I shouldn't have detransformed.
I hope not. Hang on. I mean, we only hit him in the leg. Obviously, the pain would have disabled him, but it shouldn't have completely knocked him out. No one leans over and checks on Jeff's vitals. Jeff, you okay?
Jeff looks up. Yeah. No thanks to you two. Trying to cripple me again? Maybe the doc was right.
I don't know what Dr. J did. He did something to mess with your head and make you think that we were going to kill you. We would never intentionally hurt you, but we had to stop you before you hurt yourself or anyone else. I know it was cheap, but it was for the greater good. We were doing it for you, I promise.
Yeah, sorry, man. I didn't know of any other way that I thought would work as quickly. So if you want to still be mad at me, that's fine. But this time, Noah really, he was just doing what I suggested. So don't be mad at him.
Jeff reaches up and grabs his head as he closes his eyes. Ugh.
Come on, David, help me get him up. We've got to get him back to HQ and figure out what happened. We're not going to do any good sitting all the way out here.
Okay. David kneels down and helps Jeff up to his feet.
They put one of Jeff's arms around each of their shoulders, helping him to his feet as they carry him back toward headquarters.
Guys, it just occurred to me. If Dr. J screwed with my head like this, please tell me you have him in custody.
We were more concerned about getting you back, and he wasn't in immediate vicinity. We kind of left in a hurry, and we were more concerned about you.
Well, to be honest, we didn't really know he was to blame until you mentioned it. So now that you mentioned that, David looks around nervously. Where was the doctor when we left?
That's a good question. If he let Jeff go, he had to be in the med bay at some point. But I don't know. When he was gone, I checked the security camera, and unless the footage was looped or tampered with, it didn't look like anyone was in the med bay.
Jeff suddenly drops to his knees and grabs his right arm with his left hand. Damn it, what did he do?
I don't know, but we're going to find out.
I think he injected me with something.
That could do it. We didn't detect anything on your vitals, but especially if, heaven forbid, if it's one of the demons, it could be dark magic based, so that wouldn't show up on ordinary medical tests.
Right. Jeff struggles to his feet, still holding the arm. The hell kind of needle did he use? Damn.
Well, judging by what he was trying to have you do, I'm not sure he cared much about your safety or well-being.
Clearly, he probably hoped that either we would destroy you or you would destroy us, whichever.
Well, it's a good thing I went for the water.
Yeah. I should have seen this coming. This is a classic villain tactic. Heroes on the good side are always known for sticking together. It's one of their strengths in their unity and friendship. Whereas villains are always bickering amongst themselves. Trying to break us up would have been an ideal strategy. I can't believe I didn't see it.
Jeff looks up at no. You don't understand. I was using Triton. The doc apparently doesn't know his Disney heroes. Remember, he's the king of the sea. When he's in the sea, it purifies him.
Oh, that's right. I didn't even think about that.
The idiot just let me release myself from his control.
Well, he may have only programmed you to attack us. He may not have programmed what form he wanted you to use.
No, but he knew going into it I would use Triton. Remember, we're locked into a form for 24 hours, and he saw me transform.
True. But you were already acting strangely at that point in time, so he may have already tampered with you before that.
True. Anyway, we better get back to base. Ugh. Who knows what the hell he's been doing while we've been on the ass end of the park.
I know. The team heads through one of the underground tunnels and makes their way toward the innocuous-looking door that actually is high security and leads to HQ. Noah attempts to open it with a control panel, but the control panel shocks his hand. Psst, ah! The hell? Why is the security on?
Oh.
That's not a good sign.
Things just got worse, didn't they?
Yeah, I think so.
Oh, great. If he's got access to that, that means I can't transform because you locked out my watch.
Yeah, assuming that any of our people even heard of me, if he's in there, who knows what kind of havoc he's wreaking.
Well, if we're dealing with an electrified panel, Jeff steps back. Let's test that theory. Jeff slams the watch for transformation and waits with bated breath to see if it's still active.
It is.
Huh.
In a flash of light, King Triton is standing before them. Stand back, I'll get us in.
Oh, that's convenient. Either my personnel didn't hear that call, or for some reason decided to leave you active. Most likely the former. Go ahead.
Jeff whirls the Triton around and then aims it at the lock before letting fly with a giant thunderbolt, instantly frying the lock.
As the lock is fried, the door springs open. Red lights and alarms can be seen going off inside as the security is fully active. All right, there's quite a few security measures in here. Obviously, this place is top secret, so be careful. If we can get to the main control room, I should be able to deactivate the security.
Right.
Well, if he didn't turn off his, I'm going to assume he didn't turn off ours, so maybe this isn't so bad after all.
Yeah, at least we've got a fighting chance.
After you, fearless leader.
All right. Noah heads in, the other two following him. Oh. David, we should probably go in prepared. Noah pops his watch open, slams it down, returning to his Tron form.
Okay. David looks down at his watch, slightly nervous. He slams down on it.
Jeff, when we sort this out, remind me to have a closer look at that genie form. I think it's having an unintended side effect on David.
You think?
As the genie, he then goes over to Jeff's side and clings onto it. No, this is a side effect.
Right. Now, the question is, what the hell is going on in here? As they continue walking forward, a voice can be heard over the speakers throughout the facility, echoing. Well, 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 you made it back in. Impressive, but not unexpected. Be aware, though, that you won't get much farther. This facility is now under my control. You have done more than enough sinning against us. You will burn in hellfire for this, so says Judge Frollo. Oh, crap.
Shit. Jeff turns and looks at Noah. Tell me again where this magical vault is located.
The entrance to the vault, at least the entrance here, it's got a few entrances are in multiple parks for the convenience of Walt Disney. He built it that way, but the entrance here is under the statue of Walt and Mickey in the central court in front of the castle.
Right. And the controls for said entrance?
Don't worry, those are locked down. I don't think he'd be able to get into those controls. Even so, we better find him.
Yeah.
All right. This time you better strap yourself in, because we're coming to you, Frodo. Genie looks around at his two compatriots.
All right, then. The three continue through the facility, being wary of security measures.
Hey, do you have like turrets down here to be like pew 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 pew? Yeah, because I don't want to get shot.
Wait a minute. Oh no. We need to take a quick detour, Noah. We need to
What
find
for?
Jacob. We need to make sure Jacob's okay.
Good idea. All right. We'll head back to headquarters after we get Jacob. Come on, this way. They go down a side passage. As they take the first step into the passage, though, Noah in the lead stops abruptly. Well, hang on a second. Since you mentioned it, David, give me one moment. Noah goes down to the ground and climbs forward slightly, then throws one of his discs up into the air. It bounces between the two walls, destroying two laser turrets that would have focused on them had they moved further. The disc flies back to Noah's hand. Okay.
David quickly puts away a placard that said "moment" on it behind his back. Oh, good shot, boss.
Thanks. But those are basic. Those are minimal. They're, well, let's just say that that's not the highest security we have here. Come on, let's keep going.
As they're walking, a bedpan flies past and smashes one of the security cameras. Jacob is revealed in his hospital gown. What the hell's going on?
Judge Frollo took over the facility. Yeah.
That doesn't sound good.
No, not at all. He was apparently posing as the doctor. He turned Jeff against us, nearly killed us.
Oh, if you think that doesn't sound good, he also wants to set us on fire.
Well, Hellfire's kind of his shtick if you've seen the movie.
Yeah.
I have.
Jacob, I
That was a
hope you
pretty
have your
cool
watch
musical
on.
number.
One at a time.
Are bad.
Well, that doesn't sound good.
No,
I hope you have your watch on you.
I do. He turns it, and as he turns it, he now wears blue denim jeans, a blue denim shirt, and a white t-shirt. Boom! This is the form of Alice from Wonderland.
Nice.
Oh,
If I recall correctly, I believe that form comes with size shifting. Am I right?
Yep.
That could be helpful if we have to get around security measures. Excellent. All right, we've got to get our way to HQ. Frollo has to be operating things from there. He's probably disabled the personnel.
all right. Time to go back down the rabbit hole.
Jeff walks up next to Jacob and leans in to whisper, "And don't mind David. The powers are kind of fucking with his head."
Yeah, he seems cooler this way.
Jeff turns to Noah. "Lead the way."
The group heads back down the hallway and turns going back down the main corridor on their way toward HQ. As they move, they use their skills to disable some turrets and cameras that pop up along the way. All right. The security near headquarters is the tightest for obvious reasons, so we're going to have to be careful.
Right.
I'm always careful. Come on, I'm Jacob Kahn.
So exactly what can we expect to see of here? I mean, it's pretty much just been turrets up to this point, and that seems kind of lackluster for a facility of this type.
Well, we try to keep the main security further in. There's nothing all that dangerous outside. Headquarters is where the primary technology and all the details about the program are located. We try to secure that more than most. Unfortunately, given that we kind of work under the radar here, the amount of funds we're able to pull from the Disney fortune is minimal.
Oh man, do you have giant mechanical bees? I hope it's not giant mechanical bees.
No, it's not giant mechanical bees.
Whew.
It's holograms.
That's outrageous. Truly, truly outrageous.
It is.
See-
They're
See, that also makes little sense to me. We're trying to save the world, no budget. They decide to reboot The Lone Ranger with Johnny Depp, massive budget. What the fuck? Priorities, Disney.
You would think, but not everybody in this company is as willing to believe in demons and magic as we are.
And yeah, we need that budget for the free soda fountain.
I'd love a free soda fountain.
Wait,
Note to self,
hologram.
free soda fountain.
Holograms of Disney characters?
Wait, when you're in your Trident form, can you control soda?
David's eyes get really huge. My new best friend, how's it going? He's a soda bender. He then transforms to Havagi and starts doing fake martial arts moves.
Let's get into this control room sooner rather than later, please.
Agreed.
Yep, let's go for the touchdown, guys.
So, what's the first hologram that's going to try to stop us, boss?
Is that a gargoyle?
Yes, while we were experimenting with the possible forms for the watches, we also took that time to experiment possibilities for the security holograms, so you may notice some familiarities. The gargoyles are known to be an effective fighting force, and it seemed rather intimidating and appropriate for something of this magnitude.
David had to go with the genie.
I know, it's like staring in a mirror. He stares at the hologram of the gargoyle.
Okay. So, how do we
That's
fight
it.
a gargoyle?
As they step closer, the sensors of the hologram detect them. The hologram leans forward, roars, and leaps at them. Look out! They use a combination of hologram force field technology to give them solid form, but well, technically speaking, they're not supposed to be disableable. I mean, they're holograms; they can't really take damage. But luckily, I know where the hologram emitters are around here, so if we can distract each of the holograms as we go, I should be able to disable the emitters.
Distract the hologram? I got this. He reaches into his pocket and pulls out a small bit of cake with the words "Eat me" on it. And as he eats it, he begins to grow.
Whoa, cool.
Was that supposed to happen?
That's part of the effects of the Alice form. As you might know in the film, she was known to change size depending on where in Wonderland she was. Seemed a useful skill.
Fair enough.
He grabs the gargoyle.
See if you can help him out. I'm going to try to disable it. Noah pulls to the side and heads toward an emitter and begins pulling a wall panel apart and fiddling with the wires and electronics inside. There's a few of these for each hologram. They're redundant, so if I can get one down and then get the other, we should be okay. Noah mutters to himself as he continues working.
Jeff thinks for a moment. Hey, Noah, I know this stuff costs money and stuff, but in the interest of saving time, I could just fry the emitter.
You could, but that would be incredibly ineffective security if basic electricity could short it out, don't you think?
Perhaps.
These emitters are built in with a surge protection shield. Any attempt to overload the circuits will just bounce the electricity back throughout the system, and it'll end up somewhere else. Just give me a moment. I should have this. I should be able to get this.
What if we used a lot of electricity? He says as he offers King Triton an eat me cake.
Well,
that might just be enough to overload the surge blockers. Yes, that could work. But who knows what other damage you're going to do. If you're going to try this, I'm getting out of the way.
Jeff takes the cake down the hatch.
Well, in the meantime, Noah, who has skidded out of the way, rolls across the floor, pulls out one of his discs, and throws it in the face of the hologram. It hits him in the face, and he stumbles backward a few steps. Try to keep him distracted.
David,
Jeff
in no
point-
immediate danger, transforms into what looks like a reporter that's covered wars and begins to take pictures of the giant Triton.
Jeff points the trident at the emitter as it begins to charge. Hail to the king, baby. Zoom! Giant ass lightning bolt, brightness filling the entire hallway as it hits the emitter.
Good job, rookie. He puts out his hand. Giant fist bump.
Jeff fist bumps him.
Alright, that's one down. The next one is going to be a little bit more difficult. You two might want to, so you can fit through the door.
Oh man, it's time to uneat that cake. Oh.
Okay, here you go. He throws King Titan a drink, as he also drinks one, shrinking him back down to normal size.
Go. Do.
Alright. Luckily, we only programmed in one gargoyle, but this next one is going to be tougher. They continue down the hallway. There's holograms at a different part of the base. The way we came, we only had to deal with the gargoyle and the one protecting the main entrance to headquarters. The toughest of them all.
Is it a mechanical bee hologram?
What is with you and the mechanical bees?
They're scary.
There are no mechanical bees.
Do they make mechanical honey?
Mmm.
He says as he tilts his head to the side.
They do, and then there's a mechanical Winnie the Pooh that gets his head stuck in the jar. Oh, I can see it now. We'll make millions, baby.
I want to see a mechanical Winnie the Pooh.
David transforms into a blue mechanical Winnie the Pooh with the genie's face on it. Oh, bother.
Jeff
I
looks
like
at
him.
Noah. Please tell me I can fry his watch.
Do it later. Right now, we kind of need him.
Okay, so what's this thing we should be afraid of at the end of this long path?
They arrive at the end of the long path. The primary entrance to headquarters stands before them. As they step forward, hologram emitters activate on either side of the room. Directly in front of them, four humanoid forms appear, all in bright red and black spandex.
Oh, you've got to be shitting me.
Who better to protect a base than superheroes, right?
Where's Underoos when we need him?
Unfortunately, we haven't had time to incorporate the company's newest acquisitions into our programs yet.
That's probably for the better, though. I mean, imagine if you did. We'd probably be already dead.
Valid point. So there's 4 of us and 4 of them. Anyone want to call first dibs?
Take the ugly one?
Well, Jeff points the trident at the 4. This isn't going to work, is it? I mean, Elastigirl.
Probably not. Even in hologram form, she's technically some form of rubber.
Jeff withdraws the trident and plants the butt of it on the ground, leaning on it. Well, she can't be hurt by the electricity. I'm not even going to hit Dash. This is going to suck.
David steps forward. I can take care of her. If there's one thing I'm good at, it's getting women to go away.
All right. Hey, wait a minute. Jeff looks at Noah. Does your little suit there come with a light cycle?
Technically, yes. He reaches around to the back of his belt and pulls out a small light-shaped cylinder bar. There's not a lot of room to maneuver it in here, but if he starts to run, I should be able to catch up with him.
If he runs away, though, wouldn't that be good?
Yes and no. He runs away, he could just easily run back.
True. Oh, oil slick. Make it happen, somebody.
Eats another piece of cake and grows, grabbing the big guy.
Alright then. Genie, take Elastigirl, and Triton, that's going to leave you with Violet.
Joy, I get the invisible woman.
Dash takes off and spins Noah around in place as he takes off down the hallway. Oh, you little... Noah flips his bar horizontally and holds it out in front of him, a cycle forming, and he takes off down the hallway after Dash.
With his hand placed on Mr. Incredible's head, he holds him in place, then kicks him like a football.
Jeff walks forward toward Violet, who immediately goes invisible. Yeah, thought you'd do that. Jeff raises the trident and then slams it on the ground as electricity erupts in an area around him, eventually hitting Violet and causing her to go visible again. Yeah, no. Jeff rushes forward with the trident.
David moves closer to the Mrs. Incredible hologram. So, what are you doing after this? I know you're kind of see-through and stuff, but I was kind of thinking there's we could go get some drinks. I know where the pool area is now. The hologram looks at him and then extends her arm to try and hit him in the face. She hits him and he goes flying back and rolls on the ground and stands back up, clearly undeterred.
Zooming sounds can be heard as Dash and the light cycle jump back and forth in adjoining hallways across the hallway in which the group is currently standing. Man, he's fast. Noah revs the light cycle faster, attempting to catch up.
David stares at the hologram of Mrs. Incredible and wonders, maybe the AI is going to be programmed like the real Mrs. Incredible. He then produces a bowl of breakfast cereal and accidentally drops it on the floor. Oh no, Mommy, you're going to have to clean that up. The hologram continues staring and reaches out its arms and starts hitting him again. Ow, 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 okay. I'm like 0 for 6 at this point. Ow, 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 ow.
Grabs the knocked out Mr. Incredible and just steps on him. And then takes a drink. Okay, mine's done.
Jeff gets up in Violet's face, lightning crackling in the trident. Come on, wouldn't you rather talk about this? Violet puts up a force field and Jeff just sighs. Hard way it is. He takes a mighty swing at the force field, lightning crackling all over the place as the shield begins to crack. Jeff repeatedly smashes against it before smashing through. Yeah, you're done. Jeff then elbows Violet in the face, knocking her out.
Congratulations, you're a master of beating up teenage girls. High five.
Jeff smirks. Well, I am King Triton. He high-fives him.
All right, guys, it's time to shut this down. Step out of the way of the doorway. The team moves as Noah and Dash come racing back up the hallway. Dash just barely in the lead of Noah. Dash takes off down a side hallway, looking back and sticking his tongue out. Yeah, go ahead. I wasn't aiming for you. Noah revs the cycle and jumps off it at the last second. The cycle smashes into the door, blowing it open and shorting out all the hologram emitters around it at the same time. Noah lands on his feet. That's going to be expensive to replace.
Yeah, no kidding.
I'll deal with that later. It's more important to get this back under control. Everybody okay?
Right as rain.
Yep.
Yep.
All right, let's take back our headquarters. The group heads into headquarters, surveying the large room. As they do, they see Frollo standing on the opposite side. The technicians and workers normally occupying the panels are off on one side of the room, surrounded by a ring of fire, preventing them from moving. So, I see you've made it past. I shouldn't be surprised. It is of your own design, after all. But I'm afraid you shall go no further. I am judge, jury, and executioner here. You are not fit for the world out there that we intend to build. And so you shall burn! Frollo waves his hand as fire erupts and flows through and fires across the room toward the group. Look out! Noah jumps out of the way of the fire.
Jeff stands his ground. Look, send the floor repair bill to me later. The floor begins to shake and rumble as the fire scorches toward Jeff. Suddenly, holes in the floor appear as water jets erupt from under the floor, forming a water wall in front of the group. Yeah, I don't think so, Frollo. Boom! He sends the water wall at Frollo, dousing the flames on its way.
I'm also sending you the bill for the plumbing.
Aw, I was looking forward to hearing Genie make a Ring of Fire song.
I know, they ruin all my fun. You're the only one that understands me.
Sorry, but this dude fucked with my head. I'm not about to let that stand.
The water... Frollo tries to move out of the way, but part of the water catches him, dousing his side. He tries to light the fire with his other side and gets a little bit up. Yeah, alright. That's about enough. Noah jumps forward, does a flip over one of the computer consoles and throws one of his rings. The ring nails Frollo in the head as he attempts to block it with fire, but the ring is not affected. The ring hits Frollo and knocks him against the wall. That's great, Gypsy. Alright. Noah grabs his watch and summons the capture box, throwing it underneath Frollo as it pulls him inside. No! 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 Frollo is pulled inside as flames erupt around him in his final attempt at freedom, but he fails. As Frollo is pulled inside, the flames surrounding the technicians are also pulled in with him. Luckily, Frollo was always more of a psychological villain. He's not much for a physical fight. That fire thing was a little new, though.
Well, I mean, if he was in here with the fire, he was frying Solo. You know what I mean?
Alright, that's not bad.
All right, minor victory. David then high fives himself.
Noah deactivates his watch and returns to normal.
Jeff lowers the water back into the pipes as the bolts seal themselves. Yeah, don't worry about the plumbing. I didn't burst it. Just made holes in your floor. He then de-transforms.
Luckily, the floor can be replaced easily enough.
I'm gonna stay transformed until I get close.
Probably a good idea.
Dude, aren't you wearing a gown?
Have you not seen the back of those things?
That's
Touché.
no small moon.
Exactly.
David slams down on his watch and transforms back into himself. I am so sorry, guys. He holds his head in his hand.
Yeah, I'm going to take a closer look at that form. The personalities of the forms usually aren't supposed to be so, well, dominant.
Messed up? Oh, okay, that works too. Yeah, it's just I don't know. The watch chose it. It's not someone I would choose. I don't know. It's maybe I'll just stick with the other two for a while.
Probably not a bad idea, but if the watch chosen, there must be something inside you that connects to it. We can study that later. I'm always interested in seeing just how one's hearts are represented by their true selves, or in some cases, are not. At any rate, Noah goes over to the computers and punches in commands, deactivating the remaining security. All right. He punches another panel and activates the speakers. Attention all Mouseketeers and associates. Security has been disabled and we have regained control of the facility. Begin repairs as necessary, and if anyone's hurt, get them to the med bay. While you're there, you'll note that Dr. J has been permanently removed from his position, and we're going to be seriously reviewing the hiring policies around here. Noah deactivates the controls.
Jeff walks up to Noah. About that, is there a doctor we can trust? I kind of like to get looked at before my system, takes care of things naturally.
Probably a good idea, especially since we aggravated it again. Sorry about that, by the way.
No, not that. Whatever he injected into my arm. My leg will heal. You just bruised it. It's okay.
Oh, yeah, that stuff. That's Also, probably a good idea.
David
No,
walks. Oh. Go ahead.
Oh, go ahead.
David walks over to Noah. I don't know though. Is the infirmary even going to be safe? I mean, if they can get to us in here, are we going to be safe anywhere?
It's true. If even our base isn't safe, then, well, this just got a lot worse. Well, I'm going to reevaluate the security, and I'll figure something out. We definitely have to get this place reinforced. We'll do whatever we have to. This is a wake-up call. This is definitely going to be at a level that we didn't even imagine. Noah checks the readouts on the computer. All right, Jeff, you should be able to head back down to the med bay. Our more well-known and vetted doctors, who will be vetted again as soon as reasonably possible, are waiting for you. They'll check it out and make sure that that stuff doesn't affect you any more than normal. And I'm going to personally double and triple check those readings, this time also scanning for any potential dark magic effects. You should be fine.
Good call. After I get checked out, I'll begin diagnostics on all the systems. I want to look into this personally.
Good idea. Jacob, you should head back down too. They should be able to get you some clothes and make sure you didn't aggravate your wound helping us.
I'll be fine. I'll go down and get my clothes, but I should be fine. It didn't hurt any major arteries.
That's good. That's good. All right. David, stay here and try to help the technicians get HQ running up and running again. I'm going to take a walk around the facility and survey the damage.
You got it.
I'll meet you
David.
back here. I'll meet you back here when I'm done, and we'll figure out what we have to do from here.
David nods and walks over to the technicians.
Noah steps out of the room and heads down the hallways. Unsure of exactly how they're going to proceed for the first time since this mission has started. And that's the end of our episode.
Yay!
That was surprisingly more involved than I thought it would be.
Indeed.
Yeah, I figured holograms would be cool because we needed something more fancier than just turrets and things. I'm like, oh, holograms. And I was frantic, like I need some kind of like a group of force. Like I do I put like some soldiers, like the Green Army from Toy Story, like some kind of force that would be in the holograms. I'm like, oh, incredible superheroes, perfect.
Yeah, I couldn't remember all of Violet's powers, so I looked it up as we were doing this.
Yeah, it's
So,
pretty sure
one thing I latched on-
she's literally the Invisible Woman.
Invisible Woman, yeah. Well, the one thing I latched onto was that she could create force fields, but incredible blunt force will destroy it. And I'm like, well, I'm King fucking Triton. You don't get much more blunt force than that.
This is true.
Well, maybe Scooby and Shaggy.
True.
And you stole Richter's moment, Jim.
I did.
Yeah, the script says Richter ends with Richter saying the line he said,
Oh.
and then you continue talking after it.
Oh, sorry.
I made sure he got the last line. It's like, oh, that's nice.
I bet the narrator the last line.
But
Oh,
still,
thank you.
it came out very well.
Yeah, that was good.
I had fun.
Yeah.
And I got to be the bad guy for half the episode. That was kind of cool.
Yeah, that was different. You like that? I thought
Well,
that
I
was
didn't
good.
make you a bad guy.
Ah, nice.
I should have made that joke.
You should have.
I also got to have a cool denim outfit.
You did. That's cool.
I was like, what would be the male version of the blue dress? It'd be blue jeans, blue shirt, but open with a white t-shirt that's still the same color scheme.
Yeah, it makes sense. That worked. That was cool. Yeah, that was a lot of fun. Was my Frollo okay? I watched some clips, but he's kind of a one-dimensional character. His shtick is, I'm religious, I'm evil. That's about it.
Yeah, he's like Jesse Jackson.
Jesse Jackson is not the president of black people.
Wow, we're gonna get comments on that.
Neither is Frollo.
Fair enough, but yeah, that worked out pretty well. I figured he'd shoot fire at us, but I figured that he'd have some control over the fire, but I didn't think it'd be a long battle because he's not known for being a physical combatant. So I'm like, I'm just gonna knock him out with a ring. Fuck it.
Yeah, I figured he was a psychological villain. I was like, he spent half of the film fucking with Quasimodo.
Yeah, pretty much.
I was like, fuck it. If he's recorded, why not? I made him a doctor,
Yeah.
so I was like, he was constantly would have been brainwashing Jeff to blame the others.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you think about it, the boss fight with Frollo began when I tried to kill you guys.
Pretty much, and the only thing, good and bad thing at the same time is we don't have a female team member, or I would have had to try to work in the whole he wants to do her thing.
Richter could have turned into a female as Genie.
That's true.
That's true.
And then we
Should've
could have had
done
a whole
that interactive.
different type of script. 50 Shades of Blue.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dude, when you realized it was Frollo, you should have done
pride
that.
myself
interactive.
on service.
Well, at any rate, thank you for joining us for our episode, and thank you guys for being here, as always.
Indeed.
And we will see you next week for another episode of Disney Heroes. Peace.
Yep.